The present remains of Cahir Castle are situated on a natural rocky island in the river shore. Like several Norman-built castles in Ireland, it is built on an earlier Irish fortification. Cahir was in the hands of the O'Briens of Thomond in the later 12th century, and following the Norman invasion of Ireland, it was granted to Philip of Worcester, who was probably responsible for the early phases of the castle's construction in the early 13th century. During the Gaelic resurgence in the 14th century, infighting amongst the Normans led to the castle falling back into the hands of the O'Briens, and the town was burned by them in 1332. The area was regained by the Normans in the later 14th century, and it was then granted to James, the 3rd Earl of Ormond, in 1375. It was the butlers of the 15th and 16th centuries that were responsible for the majority of the castle's construction. In 1596, the Baron Cahir, Thomas Butler, joined the rebellion of Hugh O'Neill against the crown and against his relative, the Earl of Ormond. The castle was besieged and taken by the Earl of Essex in 1599. Thomas escaped and recaptured the castle the following year, and eventually received a full pardon for his part in the rebellion in 1601, likely due to the influence of his relative, the Earl of Ormond. During the Irish Confederate Wars, the castle was taken by Murrogh O'Brien, the Lord Inchiquin, in 1647 before the sack of Cashel. In 1650, the castle was taken bloodlessly by Oliver Cromwell, who offered one chance for surrender before attack. It was, therefore, spared the destruction that happened to so many other castles at this time. Following the restoration of the monarchy under Charles II, it was returned to the Butlers. The Butlers remained at Cahir until the late 18th century, when the castle was falling into ruin. Much work was done to the castle between 1840 and 1846 by Richard Butler, who sought to restore it and employed architect William Tinsley to carry out the work. The castle was finally taken into state care in 1964, when the whole of the castle was still in use, and it is well worth a visit.
Putlog Hole with a light in it.